Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm with Mr. Amir. We would like to introduce him on what he did in his career. Okay, Amir,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. Okay, let's start for our interview.
Alright, that's good.
Okay, can you tell me about your details, maybe your name or your background and whatever things you like to do in future?
Alright. Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name Amir Afiffudin, bin Amir Afiffudin. I am 27 years old. I came from Teluk Intan, Perak. Alright, I graduate from JMI, German Malaysian Institute, December 2015. Currently work at Harkat Prestasi Sdn Bhd as senior network security engineer. So if you ask me what I want to do in future, I want to be a good player in touch, and also in career I want to achieve maybe not really well known, but able to do something that not really extraordinary, but it means something to me.
Okay. Okay, thank you. My first question is when do you start playing rugby?
Alright. First of all, I would like to correct you. So
Okay.
the sports that I'm playing is not rugby. I play touch football, or well known as touch. Okay. So I started play touch April 2012. Yep.
That's the first time you played?
Yep.
Or
That's the first time I played
you
touch.
saw-
That when I start playing touch.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. My second question is, can you give a simple description between touch and rugby?
Okay, so I would like to describe about the difference first. Okay, for touch is a minimal sports contact. It's a minimal contact sports compared to rugby is a total contact sports. What I mean by contact is so as a name touch. So the sports involve more lots of running and catching. All right, catch and pass, things like that. Compared to rugby, you use your physical, try to hit the defenders and things like that. Compared to the touch, you just make a touch, so the game gonna stop, and then they're gonna perform a roll ball to make the game continue. All right.
So are touch stop sequentially or?
Alright, so every team have 6 opportunities. Alright, so that's the for me that's the beauty of touch football. Alright, so each team have a equal opportunity, which I mean is whenever the team have possess 6 touch, so they need to change position. I mean that the defender gonna have the opportunity to attack compared to for me. Compared to rugby, so as long as you can dominate the ball, control the ball and things like that, you're still in control, so you have the possession. So that's the difference between touch and also rugby.
Okay, thank you. My third question, Amir, is why do you prefer touch rugby?
Alright, why I do prefer touch is first of all, as I said, is minimal contact sports. That's the first one. Second is I can play like a big amount, not amount, with a big age difference. I mean, yeah, we can play within our group of age, all right. But then you're gonna be a mixed category, a women's open category, and also men's category. But then it's also have senior team. All right, so which means men's 30, men's 35, men 40. That's the so I can keep myself fit for keep on playing until maybe I'm 40, 50 things like.
So I mean what is the most interesting
All right,
in
so
touch?
the most interesting about touch is I can play around the world. That's one thing. And the physical is not a big difference. I mean, it's not advantage. If you have a tough physical things like that, it's not an advantage to you because, as I said, it's a minimal touch contact. You just make a touch and game gonna stop. Things like that.
What is your motivation when you started this career? Maybe someone you inspire or something goal you want to achieve in the future?
Alright, so when I started playing touch, so my first aim or goal or motivation is I want to represent the country, because when I started to play in 2012, so I knew that the World Cup is coming that one is 2015. So alhamdulillah, yes, I'm selected to represent Malaysia for men's open team, and it is an honor to me to be the first captain for Malaysia. And then what keeps me going is I want to represent our country again in 2019, which is 2 years from now. And what's so special about 2019 is our home soil, Malaysia, going to host the event. I mean the Touch World Cup.
Where is the venue?
The venue gonna be at Putrajaya Equestrian Park.
Okay, that's nice. So you are not a full time, right? You are working also, right?
Yes, I'm not a full-time player, so basically I can call it a part-time player. So yeah, I have a permanent job, as I mentioned earlier, as a network security engineer, and then for now, touch is just sports that keep me healthy, and also maybe my social things. Yep.
Okay. How do you manage your working time with trainings?
All right. So yeah, that's the most difficult part. Basically on the weekdays, so I tie up with my permanent job, and if let's say we're preparing for some big tournament or stuff like that, so I have to attend the training after office hours. So usually between 8 to 10 p.m. things like that, and also on the weekend. So as you can see, this is what I do during the weekend. Yep.
Oh, every weekend you're gonna teach them, coach them.
Yeah, so basically I can say every Sunday, so 9 to 11. So it's not, we not usually call it as a coaching session. It's just like we are the experienced player going to share their knowledge and also skills and things like that to develop the young players. Because for me, the development should have the young players. All right, so the seniors players and makes the young players keep up with the seniors players.
So, which do you think is the hardest position in touch rugby and why?
Okay, I think it's not fair to to compare each position. So in touch we have 3 position, which is middle, links, and also wing. Okay. So in team sports, so everybody need each other. I mean that so the link and the middle and also the wing gonna work each other. Okay. But for me, the position that playing a big role in each game is middle.
Middle, eh? Okay. So the next question is, as far as we concern, you have been selected as captain and coach since 2015. It is very impressive for me. Is there any criteria to be a coach?
Okay, so to be a coach is not it doesn't have a specific criteria, so you can be a coach. But then to be a coach, you need to understand the game well, and then you are willing to share and be transparent to your players and things like that. So the most important thing for me is to be a coach is your player. You need to be someone that your player can trust on.
Okay. Okay. My last question for you is, before you become a coach, I bet you have many achievements since you have been involved in many international competition. Can you share the achievement?
Okay, so the international event that I participate is since 2012. Alright, let me recall it. Okay, so the first international achievement is my team runner up for Asian Club Championship 2012. That one in Putrajaya. Okay, and then a runner up Shanghai International Tournament. Shanghai International Tournament. That's one is 2014. Okay, and then for the recent one, I think is the Touch World Cup. Alright, so we managed to beat Ireland in the playoff. So we have become number 15 in the world.
Based on your experience, what is your most challenging situation during your career?
Alright, the most challenging things or aspect that I faced throughout my career is, as you know, there is no professional player. So everybody is a part-time player. Some of them is working, some of them is students. So to have a time so that we can gather and training, that's the most difficult things to do. For me, that's the challenge part for me.
Okay. Okay. My next question is, do you find it stressful to manage a team, and how do you handle it well?
Okay, for me, it's not really stressful for me. I think that to be a coach and also playing is a place or channel for me to release my stress. Well, to everybody in the same page, which is we want to improve as a team, and also we want improve ourselves as a player. So everybody in the same page, and then we work together to be a better team and also a better player.
Okay, what step will you take to improve the overall grades of your player and improving as a coach from year to year?
All right. So obviously, as a coach, sorry. The important thing is for you is you have a plan. All right, plan the short term and also the long term. Okay, so after you have a plan and then you break it down, and then every training session you try to achieve one goal or improve in one certain area. But then during the training session, you need to identify your players and then which area you need to improve, because honestly, different players have a different ability and also a different area they need to improve. As a coach, you need to identify and then take a notes, and then so what a specific things or area that the player need to improve on. Okay.
That's a good thing that you know that their ability. Okay, but and next question is, when your team encounter a problem such as irritation with a teammate or members of the coaching staff, how do you reach the good solution for that?
Okay, so this is quite a tough question. Okay, but I have faced this kind of situation. So as I mentioned earlier, uh, be a coach, you need to be someone that your players can trust on. Okay, for me, the best solution or approach to that is you being honest to your players, and then, for example, when I face this kind of situation, for example, my team have improvement between them. So first of all, I talk to them personally. All right, so how I want them to improve themselves, and also I want them to forgot about the personal things and things like that. And then the other thing is I open up to the players. All right, be transparent with them. So I think that's the better approach, because as I said, as I mentioned earlier, be a coach, your player need to trust you, or the player need to trust on you, give a trust on you, things like that.
Wow, that's a good thing that you know how to reach them.
What is the plan for your team in touch rugby? Maybe in the 20 years future.
All right. So at the moment, our goal, our aim is, as I mentioned earlier, there is some World Cup coming up. All right, in 2019. So we need to prepare our players, because they're gonna be a selection or trial thing for that, and then we preparing the players so that we can be selected again for the 2019 Touch World Cup. That's, I think, the priority at the moment, because right now it's already 2017. We have only like a year to prepare for that.
You don't want to participate in the C participation, C Commonwealth.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the aim. But then, so you need to understand that to the sport is not yet in the SEA Game or the Asian Game or Commonwealth, but there is a plan for that, because that what the Federal of International Touch are working on. So I really hope that maybe one day this sport is gonna be in the at least maybe SEA Games 2 years in the future. So they're gonna be a good opportunity for the nation.
Alright. Okay. So this is our last question to interview Amir. So if I want to be a national touch, how can I start?
Okay, yeah. So obviously, first you need to start playing touch. Alright, maybe you can join my team. So came down to Putrajaya every Sunday. So we're gonna be here from 9 a.m. until 11 roughly. So don't worry if you don't know how the sport is played. So because why we're gonna have a basic session throughout, and until you can play, you can be a touch player. So yeah, what you need to do is make a start. That's all.
Oh, right. So, Amir, thank you so much
you're
because
welcome.
you are willing to spend your time, I mean, during your coach session with us. So, so we hope that you and your team will be successful in the future, maybe in the competition that you mentioned just now. So, we pray that your team will be successful. All right.
The team has established since 2011. Okay, there are some different group of age in this team. So the youngest, I guess, is from 12 years old, and then yeah, until we have the players that at the moment 40 years old. Okay, the mixed range of age. So most of them is coming from Putrajaya. So the secondary school students, and also we also have players like me, which is already working and then playing touch as a social activities. What else do you want to know about the team?
Maybe do you have any like members that play with you along with the national team?
Okay, so if there is three players in this team play together with me, which is Apis, Iqmal, and also Amir Afiffudin. So three of them is my teammate during the last Touch World Cup at Australia.
Okay.
So, Amir, this is a souvenir from us.
Alright.
As a appreciate gift to you because you are willing to spend your time with us.
Alright, thank you. So I guess I have something in return. Alright. So this is for you and your team. So I hope that with this ball you're gonna start play touch, and then maybe some of you gonna represent the country for 2019 World Cup. Okay,
Yeah, I hope so. Alright. Thank you so much, Amir. Thank you.